Hey, what's up? It's Vince Leah from VinceLeah.com. You may remember a few weeks ago I made some lemon bars made out of cauliflower. And they were really good, and I'll actually link that video in the description box below. But today, we're gonna be making some fudge brownies made out of zucchini. This is a recipe from my friend Brandi over at The Vegan 8. Now, all of her recipes are vegan with 8 ingredients or less, which is right up my alley because they're all really easy to make, and everything I've made from her website has been delicious. But I am intrigued about these brownies with zucchini in them, so let's go ahead and make some healthy fudge brownies. Now, I am changing a couple of the ingredients just slightly based on what I have on hand, but I will link everything that I use in the description box below. And for this recipe, you will need the following ingredients. 1 medium zucchini, peeled, sliced, and measured to 150 grams. And the reason it's really important to measure the zucchini is because if you don't use enough or you use too much, that could result in your brownies being a little too wet or too dry. 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And for this recipe, I'm gonna be using Lakanto maple syrup. I did a full review on Lakanto and all their products, and I'll link that video in the description box below so you can check that out. But basically, Lakanto is made out of monk fruit, so it is 0 glycemic and 0 calories. 1/2 cup of creamy almond butter, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of oat flour, and for this recipe, I'm gonna be using Bob's Red Mill gluten-free oat flour. Now, oats are naturally gluten-free. However, a lot of times they're exposed to cross-contamination either during harvesting or processing, and they're not gluten-free by the time you buy them at the store. So if you do have a gluten sensitivity, I recommend you read the label and make sure you're purchasing gluten-free oats. 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and last but not least, we have 9 tablespoons of chocolate chips, and I'm gonna be using Enjoy Life mini chocolate chips. Now, the first thing you want to do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees because these brownies are not going to take long to make, and the sooner you get them in the oven, the sooner you get to eat them. Next, take all the ingredients except the chocolate chips, place them in a food processor, and process until smooth. When this is done, go ahead and add 6 tablespoons of the chocolate chips to the brownie batter. Now, we want to stir the chocolate chips into the batter. Be sure you don't blend them, as we want to keep them whole inside the brownies. Next, pour the brownie batter into the 9-inch by 5-inch baking pan. Brandi recommends spraying the pan with a nonstick spray. Since I don't have any, I'll be lining the pan with parchment paper instead. Now, take the remaining 3 tablespoons of chocolate chips and sprinkle them on top of the brownie batter. Bake for 22 to 25 minutes until they have a dry, shiny look on top and have pulled away from the edges. If you prefer a cake-like brownie, go ahead and cook just a few minutes longer until a toothpick comes out clean. All right, so the brownies are out of the oven. They look and smell delicious, but there's 2 things I want to address really quick. First one is, I'm a center brownie guy. I like the middle piece. No, the piece with no edges. It's all like fudge, cake-like mixture. And when you cook it in this pan, every piece is gonna have an edge. So I think next time I just need to make twice as many and double up the recipe so I get my centerpiece. And so let me know in the comments if you're a centerpiece person or if you actually like the edges. I know a lot of people do, that's just not me. And second thing is that it's gonna take 45 to 60 minutes for these brownies to cool down before we could cut them and they won't fall apart. So I think the waiting is gonna be the hardest part of this recipe. So I'll be back in about an hour. All right, I'm back and our patience has paid off. Check out that brownie. Only one thing left to do now. These brownies are delicious. It's the perfect balance between soft and cake and chewy, and they're not overly sweet with the chocolate chips mixed into the batter. You get the perfect amount of sweetness in every bite, and you would never know that it's full of zucchini. So if you like this healthy fudge brownie recipe made out of zucchini, give this video a big thumbs up. And a big shout out to Brandi over at The Vegan 8. I'll put a link to this recipe on her website in the description box below. Remember to subscribe to the channel as I post new videos every week, and keep living fit from food. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.